Hello, my friends and family. How are you doing today? We are going to make an Easter shelf sitter today, and I'm going to give this to my granddaughter for Easter. Shh, don't tell her. So we're going to go ahead and stencil first to give that a chance to dry, and we're using Maker Studio products. This stencil set is called Love Covers All. I will put a link in the description for that. And if you do decide to buy it, please use my links, as I do get a little percentage and it doesn't cost you any extra. So we're going to be using the Love off of this one here that says Love Covers All Offenses. We're just going to use the word love on the carrot. This one here says love one another, and we're not going to use the arrow. We're going to put that on the bunny, and then this heart with the swirls we're going to put on our chickie. We are also going to be using some chalk paste that I made myself, and it's in purple. I will put the link to the chalk paste in a Maker Studio in the description. So like I said, the first thing I want to do is do my chalking onto my surfaces. So on my carrot, I just want to do the word love. Now remember, you don't have to use the whole stencil. When you're stenciling, you can use a part of one stencil and then a part of another stencil. You can use the whole stencil. I mean, whatever you want. You do not have to use the whole stencil at once. I want to make sure that I get all my word love on there. And then I only want to chalk the word love. So hopefully I'll get that right. But we will see. Okay, so I just have a little bit of chalk paste on here. Mine's a little bit thicker than normal chalk paste. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment what your questions are, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. And if you want to become a maker from a Maker Studio, all you have to do is order their kit, and you have to use my link to do it because someone has to sponsor you, and then you'll get a percentage off of orders that you place on a Maker Studio. And you do have to order, I think it's $150 every quarter. Now you don't have to pay a fee for a website or anything like that. I see a spot that I missed, so let me go back over that. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. That looks pretty awesome. Kaylin likes purple and she likes pink, so. Okay, so we have our carrot done, and now we want to move on to our chickie. Oh, and the carrot, these come in an 8-pack from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have any or not. They're probably out, but you could probably get them on their website. But you just have to get, like, I don't know, a whole case of them or something. But I did paint the top of the carrot in a green acrylic and the bottom of the carrot in an orange acrylic. I used the same orange acrylic paint for the feet and the beak of the chickie, and then I used acrylic paint for the body. That's yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to put my stencil on my chick, and I want to make sure that the whole stencil is on here, and it is. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my chalk paste and just put it over the stencil, pushing it through the screen portion of the stencil. And then these stencils are adhesive. They are reusable, and as long as you take care of them, you can use them over and over and over and over. So as soon as you get done with them, you want to wash them, and you can wash them with a sponge and just running water. So here's our chickie with the heart. I'm going to set him aside to dry. Now I'm putting my stencil face down in the water, and I'm pushing it down because I want the water to get into this green portion so that my chalk paste does not clog up my stencil. So now we have our bunny here, and I'm just going to do the Love One Another, John 13:34. I'm not going to do the arrow on this one. Actually, you know what? I can do the arrow. Well, let's see. Yes, the whole thing fits on there. Okay. So I'll do the whole thing on this one. So Love One Another, John 13:34, with the arrow with the heart in the center. And I'm using a spreader. It comes in a bigger size than this, and you just cut it apart. These are only 50 cents. They come and they look like this, but you want to cut them in more manageable pieces so that it's easier for you to put your chalk paste or your ink onto your stencil. Okay, and I see there's a couple spots on the arrow. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. And here we have our Love One Another. Okay, I'm going to set that aside to dry. I'm going to put this third stencil in my water and pressing it down so that the chalk paste will not clog up the screen of my stencil. And then I'm just putting the excess back into my container. And since this is pretty dry, I want to add 3 squirts of distilled water to it. And like I said, this is some paste that I made myself. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is decorate our container. So our container is just a can. You know, it had green beans, peas, corn, something like that in it. We just took the label off of it and washed it out. So I have these pieces of foam board that I'm going to put in here. So I'm just going to put some glue, hot glue, on the bottom of this piece here, and then I'm going to drop it down in my can. And since I'm not able to press it down with my fingers, I'm going to press it down with the end of this pencil. Okay, and I'm just going to do that with each of these pieces. So I'll just be stacking them in there. Now I don't want it to go all the way to the top because we do want to put excuse me, some shred on top of it to make it look like grass. This is what we have so far. And then I'm just going to show you how far up my piece is going to go, because I don't want it to go all the way to the top. So see how much room is left there? And like I said, the reason for that is because I want to put the shred in there and it'll make it look like grass. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm not going to use this piece here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to decorate the outside of the can. So I have this really pretty felt here, and it's a deep pink. My granddaughter loves pink, so. And I'm just going to put a strip of glue down the side of the can. I'm going to put my felt on there, and I want it all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue around the edge here. After I get another glue stick in there. Get situated here. So I'm just putting it on the glue on the rim of the top part, and I'm just taking my felt around it. And it's okay if it goes a little above the rim. I'm okay with that. Now you just want to do a little bit at a time, because if you do more, your glue is going to dry before you get your felt on there, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, so there's what we have so far. We're almost all the way around. So I'm just going to continue until I get to the edge of where the other piece was, where the first part of the felt was added. And then I am going to put a strip of glue right in here, right in there, just like that, on the can. And then I'm going to cut that off. Let's hold it and let it dry for a few seconds first. I'm going to mess this up. Okay. So I'm just going to cut the edge off. And then I'll probably trim it up a little bit better. And then I'm just going to cut it from the bottom of the can. Okay, we can set that aside, and then I'm just going to trim all of this up, because I don't want it going past the bottom of the can. I want it to sit even on the surface. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some glue down in here around the bottom of the can, just to make sure this adheres on here real good. Again, I'm just putting it on the rim. going to press it down. Get my glue strings off. Okay. So here we have our can, and it's ready for decorations. Okay, I think what I want to do first is I want to go ahead and put my ribbon on the outside of the can. So I have this Happy Easter ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. It looks a little bit like burlap, but it has pink Happy Easter, purple Happy Easter, turquoise Happy Easter, has some yellow bunnies and eggs and all that on it, some flowers. So it's just some real cute ribbon. So what I want to do is I just want to make a real simple bow. I don't want any ends to it or anything like that. So just gonna do a bow, real simple. So I'm just folding this over, and then I'm gonna, let's see, I might need a bigger one. I'll put my flower in the center. So let's make that a little bit bigger. So I think I want to cut it right here. And then I just have a piece of jute here somewhere. Right here it is. And I'm just gonna squash this up. So I'm just kind of folding it. So it's gonna look like this. So I'm just folding it, take my jute around the center, and then I'm gonna tie a tight knot. And then I'm going to trim up my ends. I'm going to fluff it a little bit. And then I want to put it on the front of my can. So I have this seam right here where the two pieces of well, it's not two pieces, where the ends of the felt meet. So that's my back. So I want to put my bow in the front. So I'm just going to hot glue it right there. Try to get it in the center as much as possible, but I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't really matter all that much. And I'm just going to hold this on here for a few seconds. If not, it'll probably drop off. If you're new to watching Liz's Crafts, I would appreciate it if you would just say hi and tell me where you're watching from. I would love to see, you know, who watches my videos and what states it goes to, and maybe even other countries, who knows. Okay, so I have my bow like this, and then I have these two flowers that actually came from Dollar Tree. There were 4 in a pack, and these are supposed to be coasters. But we're just going to use them as flowers, and I'm going to put them in the center of my bow, just like that. So I want to put my purple on here first. So the pink is going to be on this bottom. So I'm putting my purple on there, and then I'm going to put some glue right here on the back of the pink one. And then that's going to go in the center of my bow. So I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds. I think she's going to like this a lot. She loves homemade stuff. So there we have our decorated can. And now we want to go ahead and decorate our bunny, our chick, and our carrot. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the chick since he's the simplest. And what I have is just a little black button. And I'm going to put that right over the hole of where the hanger would go, because these were ornaments. So we just gave him a little eye. So there's our chick. He has his eye, or she, he or she. Okay, now we want to do our carrot, and we're just going to do the top here. So what I want to do is take this felt that I have here, and I want to do a strip that's just slightly bigger than the top of the carrot. So it'll be about 1.5 inches long or tall. So I just have this chalk pencil here, and I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to cut it. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut little strips. Now I don't want it to go all the way up. We're going to glue that on the top of our carrot. So you can make them as skinny or as fat as you want. And I'm leaving this much, you can see that at the top. And I just think, you know, this is a fun little way to decorate the top of the carrot. It's just to make it look like, you know, you have the greens on the carrot top. So I did the whole length of the felt, or the width, the whole width of the felt. And then I did it about 1.5 inches wide. And then we're just going to glue this onto our carrot. And it doesn't matter if some of these are wider or skinnier than others, or up higher or down lower as you're cutting it. It just doesn't matter. Because you know what? Everything in nature is not perfect. So we're almost to the end here. One more cut. Okay. So this is what you end up with. And then what I want to do is I'm going to start in the back, and I'm just going to put a strip of glue right across the bottom of where the green would be. And you want these cut ends to be at the top of your carrot as you're gluing it on. You're going to glue on the bottom part that you didn't cut. Okay, turning it around, I'm going to put another strip of glue across the bottom part of the green on the front side. And you want to get it a little tight so that you know, it's up against this right here. You're going to see a little bit of the green poking through, and that's why I painted it. And now on the back here, you're just going to put your strip of glue on the bottom of the felt that you put on in the previous, when you started putting it on. And then again on the front side, you're going to put your glue on the felt. Just press it down, and then we have this much left here. So instead of putting it on the felt that's here, I'm going to put it on the strip that we're actually gluing down, so I don't get too much on there. So there we go. So here we have our cute little carrot. He's all ready to go, along with the chick. Chick, chick. Okay, now we're going to work on our bunny. So our bunny, we want to give him a tail, an eye, and a nose, and some whiskers. So, and that. Okay. So this tail came off of the bunnies, the felt bunnies that you get at Dollar Tree. That's a banner, and they have 8 different color bunnies in it. And we had made stuffed bunnies out of them, so we have some tails left over. So we're going to use this as his tail. So I'm just going to put some glue on the wood piece where his tail would be. And I'm just going to put his tail on there. And this tiny pink button is going to be his nose. So I'm just going to put a drop of glue right on the point of where his nose would be. And then I'll put this other bigger pink button up at the top closer to his ear. And that will be his eye. So here we have our bunny. Isn't he cute? Now, the tail did cover the end of the arrow, but that's okay. Okay, and now what we want to do is we want to put sticks on these. So I have these skewers here, and I'm going to need my other scissors. And I want to do them different sizes. I don't want all of my pieces here to be all on one level. So I'm going to just cut one. And then I'll cut one a little bit longer. Not much, probably about an inch or so. Maybe an inch to an inch and a half. And this one I'll just cut a little bit off. Oh, and another thing I want to do with my bunny, I almost forgot. I want to put a little flower in the hole here where the hanger would go for his ear. So I'm just going to cut off one of these little roses, and I got these a long time ago at Hobby Lobby, and they were 2 for $1. So I have no idea how much they would be now, because I'm sure I've had them for a long time. Okay, so I'm just going to put my rose there. And then you need to decide which one you want to be higher than the rest. I think I want my bunny to be the highest. So I'm going to glue my stick on here for my bunny. I'm going to take it from the top of his body to the bottom of his leg there. So I'm just going to put a strip of glue from the top of his body to the bottom there. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds. Okay, so there we have our bunny. He's all ready. And now I want to do this carrot. And since it has a word on it too, I think I want it to be a little bit higher. I think I'm going to cut just a little bit more off of that. So I'm just taking it from the bottom of the greens here to the point of the carrot. In the center, just a strip of glue. And then I'm going to hold that down for a couple of seconds. Okay. Then we need our chickie. So I think I want to cut this one a little bit shorter also. So I'm just taking it from the body down to the feet. So, actually, yeah. And then I'm going to hold this here for a few seconds. You want to make sure that your stick doesn't go up above your surface there. Okay, so we have all these prepared. And now I forgot that I wanted to put some bling on my can. So I want to see about putting this around the top here. And I think I will do, I'm going to do 2. I think I'll do 2. See what it looks like. Or I could do it around the center, but that would require me to make it perfectly around there, and I'm not sure that I can. So I'm just going to do it around the top, and I'm just going to do the 2. So let's make sure I have enough of it cut. And ooh, it's basically right on there. Okay. So again, I'm just going to put a strip of glue, and I'm starting in the back where the seam is. And then I'm just going to put my bling on there, on the top of the can. You know, every little girl needs some bling. Little girls love bling. Hey, grandmas love bling too. Alright, and we're almost back around. And there we go. So we have our can all decorated. And then I just want to put some of the shred. I'm not sure where I got this, but I know you can get it at the Dollar Tree. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, just anywhere. Heck, you can make your own. So I'm just going to put that in there at the top there like that. Let a little bit of it hang out. And then I'm going to start putting my my bunny and my chick and my carrot in there. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the point of your skewer, because this is what we use. There was a packet of skewers I got from the Dollar Tree. Very handy for making crafts. So you want the point to be down at the bottom, and then you can just poke it through the styrofoam that you have in the middle of the can. Maybe I'll put the carrot over here because Bunny needs a carrot. Bunny needs a carrot. Let me get this glue strings off of here. Okay, come on now. You got to get in there. There we go. All right, so we got the bunny and the carrot. Now we got to get our chick in there. It is a little difficult to get these skewers into this foam. You might want to find my foam was pretty hard, but it's just what I had, so I used it. You might want to get a more soft foam, and that way it's not so hard to get your skewers in there. The chick to go down a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have, and I think Caitlin is going to love this for Easter. So this is her little Easter gift from me to her. What do you guys think? Is this something that you might do? So you have your can, you have felt, 2 different colors of felt. You have your ribbon. Oh, look, this is coming off. So let me put some more glue on my flower here. I don't want this to be off of there. and then I'm going to hold it down. So you have these little coasters from the Dollar Tree, the ribbon from the Dollar Tree, your shred, which you could actually make yourself, then your carrot, your chick, and your bunny. So you figure $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, and then whatever for the felt. I think it's on sale, well, every other week or something like that at Hobby Lobby, 50% off. But anyway, so it's a nice little Easter gift that really didn't cost a whole lot. But that's the video for today, and I'll be back again with another video. So make sure you set your notifications to be notified when my videos get posted. And I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Liz Yonkey, and that's LIZYONKEY. And we also have a group called Liz's Craft Friends on Facebook. It is a closed group, but you can ask for permission to be allowed as a member to that group. You just go there and you answer 2 questions. And once you answer in the affirmative to those 2 questions, then I'll grant you permission to be a member. And you can just show the different crafts that you've made, and we would love to see them. And especially I would love to see them if you make something from any of the videos that I put out there. I would love to see your take on the crafts that I do, because I'm just giving you inspiration on how to make something, and you don't have to make it exactly the way I do. And in fact, we all have different tastes and different ideas, so I would love to see what some of you do. And if you like what you see here, please do this either on YouTube or Facebook. I would appreciate it. And again, if, oh, and I forgot to put the whiskers on the bunny. And again, if you order something, please order from my links, as I do get a little percentage. And it does not cost you any extra. And if you would like to become a creator, then, or a maker, I think is what it is, then sign up under my links, and I'll support you. So can you see our bunny whiskers? There they are. So I just used a marker, just a black marker for that. Okay, well that's it for today, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.